to do on a freight train or everyday fight. Make a midnight kiss with fantasy to hide. Take a twist on every day, an emotional fright. No space, plan flight. We're leaving Earth tonight. If they won't let you ride, but can't let go, as high as you are, pretending more. Said I gotta send, live to make a living. The computer knows you. The computer knows you lie. Everyone abused, one way or another. Understanding blind spot, or just because the other. Time to run. No one is justified. No excuse for this. Here we are. You're the star, and it's time, even though yes, but it's a crime. You're the star, and it's time, even though yes, but it's a crime. It's over.
Why, hello. So that's some all lowercase letters coming at you. Midnight's Kiss. You can check all that stuff out on Spotify, or anywhere in the event you would like to. It's pretty awesome music. You can use it on like Instagram Reels and all that shit. DJ No Fly is the man you want to talk to. So I brought the wine glass. I forgot the wine. Oh well, we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait on the wine tonight. It's fine. Hi, I'm Bill. We're going to play some chess. I have taken a little bit of a hiatus to study. Yes. I've noticed, though, the more that I study, the worse that I do. Who knows? Who cares? What's up, dude? Do you know why? Why is that? I do not know why. Yeah, man. It's good to see you. Hopefully, the other people will come on as well. I was going to stream tonight like so much earlier, and it's like that every single time, and I end up not doing it. Tonight I had a pretty good reason. My buddy and I, DJ No Fly, we do this other podcast and called Dreadlore, Theater of the Mind, which you can find on everything. Here it is. I'll show it to you. Anyway, he is a media production guy. He does Couch Fire Media. And I was like, hey, I need a logo for Chess with Bill. And he was like, oh yeah, and just threw one together. So on the YouTube page, that's actually the work that he literally just did. And so we kind of hung out together as he did the logo really quick, which is awesome. Oh, let's see. Who knows who care? I didn't read the second part. Who knows or cares? You're correct. I didn't read the second part. I want to know the answer first. That is, in fact, the kind of question/joke that will get me in a lot of trouble. I mean, I'm interested to know the answer, or at least your answer, but I kind of want to know where it's going too. Do I do the wine, or do I not do the wine? I think we hold off on the wine. We hold off on the wine tonight. Truth, I haven't actually been feeling incredibly well today. The weather out here, everyone tells you weather in California is awesome. Turns out sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not. I'm not trying to bitch about the weather in California, although I'm bitching about the weather in California. It's better than 0-degree weather, which is what I would normally be. I come from the land of snow and ice and hard times. Okay, so I guess I should play a game. All of it has gone out of my mind. Oh, logos. I wanted to talk about the logo really quick. So once I solidify the logo, which will not just be my face, I'm going to make a t-shirt out of it. And if it looks cool, then I'll let you see it. If it doesn't, I'm just going to wear it around town and let people, make fun of me. I've been watching a whole bunch of other, I've been watching other YouTubers who are doing chess. There's a few up and coming people. When I say up and coming, I don't know why I'm saying that. They've got way healthier channels, than I do, but they're up and coming to me. Like I haven't seen them. Some of them are doing really, really well. Interesting stuff. I've noticed about 90% of them, they all look like the same person. So I'm starting to think maybe there's a demographic that apparently I'm a part of, that play chess and stream it to YouTube. Good thing, bad thing? I'm not drunk enough to comment. I'm leaving off on the wine thus far. One thing I have noticed that is different from this channel, and seemingly all of the other chess channels, no one else uses expletives. No one else drops the F-bomb. What the fuck? Is that like a YouTube shadow ban type thing? My content, if you will, I suppose it is made for mature audiences. All this chess rage I've got going on. Okay. So who knows or cares? You didn't say the answer. I don't know. Do you want me to say the entire question? Is that what you're waiting on? All right. Oh, am I scared to lose? I'm not scared to lose. I just may be a little scared to lose. I'm not scared to lose. I'm not scared to lose. Who's scared to lose? Chess games. Polyvisor. Okay. So this is the Caro-Kann. It says defensive system. It's a defensive system. So the Caro-Kann comes after this guy. Now, I really haven't. I've realized something about my chess knowledge. And it's not that it's non-existent. This is kind of a move that I've done before, but it actually allows this. And I think I can take here. And I'm going to. I don't know. I might just be messing up the intro to all this. I really don't know. I need to study this stuff better. Warm-up game, y'all. This is a warm-up game, okay? So this disrupts my whole pawn structure. And And then if he takes and I do this, which I wouldn't want to do, I do this, it screws up what I've got going on over here. So I've seen this before. Defense, Slav defense, modern exchange variation. Okay. I can move my knight since this pawn's not doing its thing. Where would I move my knight? Because I don't really want to lose the knight. This seems like my knight's going to get run around. But where would it actually get, you know? If the knight comes out, I don't want to take it there. Obviously, I would take this guy and have his knight here. I think that would be a better scenario. So do I want to take this or not? His knight's put there. After that, I can kind of gain some tempo, and it just pushes his knight back. So I'm going to trade my knight for his bishop. And then, do I want to push here or here? I was going to fianchetto. Maybe I'm not anymore. Well, okay, he had that square. I didn't even look and see it. So weakened dark squares here. This is a thing. I've got this, then that would suck. I've got that. There's this, which comes with that. And then what? 7 minutes. How to develop from here? Eventually I want a castle. Eventually he's going to put his dark squared bishop there. So if I pop up here and he attacks, this could happen, but I don't think that's the bestest of moves. Seems like that'd be a better move. I think I'm going to do that. And drink some water instead of coffee. Lord. Interesting. So there's a discovered attack on the bishop when he moves his knight, but I think I'd be okay with that. I think I'd win that exchange. Could I castle long? I don't think I want to castle long. Let's see. How do I get him free? What do I need to do here? I don't think I've thought about tactics at all. I've just been making moves. And it's probably going to kick my ass here in a second. I'd like to put my pawn there. I'd like to put my pawn there. This guy's just hanging in the wind. So let me think about it. That's where his knight's going to go, or there. He's got a castle coming along. He's got these dark squares, right? And then a queenside attack. So I do want to tuck my king around here. This is just going to destroy my king side. So I need to put here or there, I think. Putting there gets taken, and I have to do this. So I'm going to do... If I push here, boom, boom, boom. It's okay. I do have this escape square. Granted, this could happen. Okay, so that's going to go down. Fine. I'm going to pop here. Attacking this guy. And this square. And my idea is... okay, I think she's got this guy going on to attack this pawn. I could take here. He can, of course, take, but then he's going to lose a lot of material. This, and now he doesn't have a defender here. And I have this kind of going on now. Granted, if this falls too soon, then I've got a pretty gnarly thing happening, which I don't like. So I'm going to take here. Okay, so he takes there. Fine. Now I think I can come here. This loses the pawn. Is that a big deal? Do I need to defend the pawn? How could I defend it? That could defend it. But then this guy's hanging. Queen there. I'm going to do this. I'm going to drop this pawn. I know this is still in the wind. The queen guards that, right? I could put him here. Doesn't really do much, though. I don't want to just lose the knight for no reason. So, queen here. How is that defended? It threatens checkmate. There's this. Taking doesn't work because of that. There's this attacking the queen. Where does the queen go after that? Maybe there or there. Then I have this. I think I'm going to do that. Am I just forgetting something here? Bishop is just chilling. Well, got some queen action going on. But he doesn't have... I could see the rook coming over at some point to c8. I mean, obviously not right now. And he needs to connect his rooks with the horse. He's got a huge time advantage, of course, because that's my style. Right, so he comes down that way. My idea here was to come here. And then that's not vulnerable. This doesn't help. This probably is met with that, right? Then I have that, which is a weird square. I'm just going to get my knight chased around. Actually, I could just... Oh, no. Well, actually, no, that's... And actually, okay. I'm going to chase this shit around really quick. So this is the obvious move. I can come here because this is guarding it. I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm probably just losing pieces. Yeah, so now I'm going to take here, which I haven't calculated anything beyond this. I guess it could be a pawn could do that. A punk, you know what I'm saying? Punk. It'd be really punk to push the pawn. It's probably a fucking terrible move. It's just warm-up game, okay? It's a warm-up game. Damn it. I'm like 1100. I don't know what I'm doing. That is met with something like this. I've got that just running the fucking... What is my bishop doing? Okay. So he comes over here. Right. I think I'm going to pop back over here. Sure. This and then that. Can I do anything beyond that to get rid of that? There's probably a mating thing here and I'm just not getting it. This kind of forces that, but then there's nothing I can do. That is met with this. Now what? This? I mean, technically, that square's okay. This square's not okay. Because the queen can get to it and start messing with me. But my pawns are actually fine. This guy's fairly mobile. And the rook is not yet connected. And this guy is worthless right now. Because I have these dark squares. I'm rather impressed by that. I could see him coming around like that. Okay. So the idea was there to do something. I don't see how that really helps though. It actually just gives his bishop a place to go. Once the queen is there, can she do something else? This, he moves the bishop back here. Maybe. I think I need to get my pawns involved. I could see that, yeah, of course. Okay, so there's this, but there's this, maybe that. This, maybe something like that to close the door. I think here. No, I'm thinking here. I'm probably going to just drop the queen here in a second because I don't see diagonals. Okay, maybe just walking this guy up. probably come down here. I'm looking at that square pretty obviously. Right, so coming that way. I can take, and then this opens up, and I don't want to do that. So where can this guy go? I think that. I've got 2 minutes, guys. This is not good for the will. For the billium. We're going to put there. So he'll come there. So I'm thinking there. If I do this, this is kind of the only move it's taken. But I don't want to lose the bishop if I don't have to lose the bishop. I think that's the move. It's a silly square for the bishop to be on. I could come over there. Okay, that's scary. I don't have a lot of time to think about this. Okay. Where does the queen go? She could come here. This is all happening. What does she do then? This kind of happens. I don't want to go there. That'd be bad. This makes a pawn chain. Yeah, we're going to come all the way back here. Okay. Thinking that. Right. 1 minute. Yeah. If my rook is here, takes, and it's a check, and I get ripped open, I have no time. And I think I've just sort of blundered this attack up here. Like, I can grab the pawn, he can't do anything about it, but he's got a lot of... They can do a lot of threats, I think. Right, so coming after this guy, my entire idea is to take this pawn. This is taken. Boom, boom. Right. So the king needs to not be there. Oh, I have no time. We'll go there. Takes. Right. Okay. Not sure. 41 seconds. Should the queen be somewhere else? Why didn't I take... Oh, no, I didn't take it because the queen was there. That's why. Right. Ooh, nice. Shit. Okay. Diagonals, man. Fuck. They have 5 minutes to my 30 seconds. They're going to need it. They're going to need it all. They're not going to need it all. They're up 2 pieces? 2 pawns? Or is it a piece? Oh, it's a piece. Right, so I'm going to take this. I mean, this guy's going to win. All my pawns. Mer. Yeah, this is totally losing for me. Completely losing. Mer. I am lost. I am lost. Yeah, that's pretty sexy. Ooh! Damn it. All right, well, I'll check you. I'll have to come where? We're going to go here. Check. Doesn't do anything. One second. Oh, no. Ugh. Oh, come on. I always had that anyway. Yeah, wow. 99-day play streak. I've been playing for 99 days straight? No, I haven't. What? What does that even mean? I wonder if that was for the other person. I just got hosed, y'all. Hosed. Hosed. Game review time. DJ NoFly was like, hey, I was watching your channel and was just like, what are you doing? So, how did I fuck this up so bad? I played well here. So taking was good. It's so fast. This is a really bad move. It wants me to move all the way back. This moves the queen to safety. And so, yeah. So the attack, I should have just given up on the attack. Not a good move. Oh yeah, I should have gained space over here. I wasn't thinking that was such a good move. That would have gained space and let me, I guess, protect the bishop maybe. There's the fork, although I don't think they did that. Right now, black is better off. Black got better off. It said that I was winning, but it kind of all went downhill through a bunch of kind of just random moves. Where's my random move number 1? So this is a good move. Taking's not a good move. It doesn't want me to take. It wants me to check the king. King's pretty exposed. This could happen, I guess. And then I'm assuming I take it. Now it says E4. So push at the center and open this up. So I should have just had a little bit more tension and built up more juju. But here's the thing. Once this happens, I can't take, right? Because this happens. So I don't quite understand the E4 here. Yeah, I don't understand why DE doesn't happen. It says it's a move, but it wants bishop E7. Guarding the knight here and opening up the castle. So it wants to leave the tension, which that's pretty good in my mind. Like, hey, keep the tension, keep the tension. But I don't quite understand why that isn't a move. Because I can't take. Bishop B5. Attacking the king. So I get it. The idea is if you take here, yeah, you win the exchange. You win a pawn. However, you lose a tempo on this bishop. So I can do this now. Shit. If you take, I can do the bishop to the bishop, and your king can't just castle the fuck out. I mean, he can, though. Do I take with the bishop here? That seems... Well, I'll take with the bishop. This happens under check, and now there's a fork on these two pieces. Yeah. Wait, it wants bishop G5. More tension. Don't do that. See, I was thinking this, that, this. But I guess I'm not winning the bishop because the bishop's guarded. There's a little insight into Will's brain. Or maybe even this, and then that forking. Right? I mean, what? Nani? says that's best. I've lost a knight. I'm going to gain a rook for a knight and a bishop. And I guess that's just not a good exchange. Like, everybody likes to do the fork. But actually taking here is actually not as good, is it? Because now I've destroyed my own attack. I'm up a rook, but they've got 3 pieces. I think the big problem is they can't castle. Probably I castle, yeah. Their pieces aren't really in harmony. I don't know though. Like this, it says it's +1. So I think this is just highlighting my, what's the word? My shittiness at chess. Because this is how I think, right? Like I doubt that I would make this move. Because I'd be like, oh, what's the exchange? I'll move, take. Wait. Boom. Boom. Oh, wait, was I just completely wrong? No, I would lose this exchange, see? And I'd be like, oh, well, I'm not going to do that. Although, this could happen. Or that could happen. Oh, man, I'm just not thinking, am I? Yeah, there's a lot going on. I'm just not paying attention to it. Like, this square is gnarly because it's guarded. Check on the king. Yeah, I'm not thinking too deeply at all about this. I think this is like pretty like basic level stuff. It's why I'm not 1200. These are the bad moves I make. Okay. Coming back, I made this move, and this was my move. There's really no reason to take the bishop. The bishop is in the wind. It's got no good squares. It is putting pressure on the queen, but I mean, it's pretty easy to get it. I don't need to do this. I think that's eventually what I did. No, I did it here. Okay. Remember, check, and the idea here is when I open this up, I'm opening up my piece to attack and my king to castle and get off this line because this knight cannot take right now. So this happens. If he took, I take back, right? But then this could happen. Okay, but I'm not going to do that. It wants this move. That opens up light squared bishop, keeps this guy open. Technically attacks. It wants bishop e7. This is protecting here so that if I do something like this, I'm not pinning the queen. Also, it lets his king breathe. If he takes, the issue here is I've got the bishop b5. He still has this move to get his king out of dodge. And now it wants bishop g5. So this starts to prepare a connecting of the rooks. A connecting of the rooks. I think at this point I would have castled. But it doesn't want me to castle yet. Huh. Bishop g5 is the top move, or knight kills c6. which I think would be more appealing to me, because I would see that fork. But obviously the bishop checks, and then the king moves over. So I could see myself playing that. And then it wants the rook. Okay, so it's saying that this is actually a good line. Okay. All right. So I don't feel so bad about my silly calculations. This is okay. It's pawn and a quarter up. Now it wants to kick the bishop, which doesn't really have that many good squares to go. I mean, there. I'm assuming there, so that when it pushes, yeah, f5, and it also guards. Probably a castle. No, bishop e3. So stopping this from moving, and now his bishop is just kind of shit until that happens. h5, a little bit of counterplay, and now castles. G8, so getting the king, just a little bit of safety. I'd be considering my queen here and where she is, although, well, this is not a square for her. It wants a5 instead. So just give space. This was that move that it mentioned earlier from me before I fucking lost. When you've got a defender here, you can push that h-pawn. Or a-pawn, h-pawn, whatever. So at this point, I would have an advantage, but it's like how to convert that advantage. I could see something like this, because you can't defend it. But the issue is, once this happens, if I trade, that's pretty gnarly. And this bishop can guard that dark square. D1. So it wants to start breaking open the position in the center. Or C1. So there's D1 and there's C1. This would be taking the file, since his rook right now is out of the game. I could see that. This square is pretty gnarly. But I mean, it seems like this is a good square too. Well, he's got this bishop though. And that. So I'm just like going through the computer game here. Bishop d8. It wants this. This is rerouting, I would assume, for this. Or to guard the pawn so the queen can actually get in the game. Not saying it's just good. It wants the king to get over there. I understand the king being... I mean, moving the king on to safety, right? But I don't... I guess okay, I can understand. The king has more safety here because the bishop can now guard. And the knight can guard. And the queen guards. And I don't think this rook's going to come out. I think this rook's going to come up this way. I could see something like this. Okay, a3. So this is just gaining a little bit of space. Space. And also preparing maybe that. I don't know, though. This, that, this. Yeah. Now it wants d8 guarding this guy. Again, h7. So getting the king just off that, and so the rook is going to get into the game. B4. So attacking. C8. Excuse me. This seems a little weird. It uses all these diagonals. I don't like that one bit. It keeps on changing its mind about this stuff. If you're wondering, I'm playing through this part so that I can learn how to convert an advantage. Which I'm really bad about. So as I'm just staring at this, the queen here, I've got all these squares. And I've got that one. But all these are contested. This happens, and I take the queen. I can't really take because that's going to happen. Right? So that's why you want this bishop here, because when I take here, you can't take back. Shit. So that's why this is a better move, because this is where all the tension is. And there's tension all over this board, though. This guy, these are just blocking. This is preventing. If I push up, you got, the tension's broken here. I think this is considered semi-open since it has a file. I would be thinking about, how do I get my knight involved? Can I redirect my knight this way? I mean, it's not really doing anything because his bishop isn't doing anything right now. But like none of that works, right? Maybe this, boom, boom. What is that? Boom, 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 boom. See, that's not going to work. And it would be the nuts if I could have, well, maybe something like redirecting here. Putting pressure on that. So when this happens, blah, blah, doof. So I can't take there because, he's got this defender. Maybe there first? All right, what does it want? It wants bishop A to B1. So it's saying, hey, Will, stop fucking around over here. This is where the game is. Says it's excellent. It likes knight. Oh, it actually does like the redirecting. Haha! Vindication. All right, so there is a redirecting of the knight and also opening up the rook. This isn't going to happen because the queen is exposed. This bishop is a little bit locked up. It can move there. No, now it can't. It could move there, but then it's undefended. So this bishop's kind of like preventing black from using its pieces so well. And keeping this tension is in my interest. Even though he's a piece, he has an extra minor piece. His pieces aren't very dynamic, which is good. Okay. Queen A6. She's coming after the horse. Rook A2, defending the house. And it actually prefers this instead, now that it's had a moment to think about it. So I can't move this. It's probably coming after a pawn break just to remove this guy and then eventually have this coming along. C6. This is a queen trade. So my queen isn't doing much. Takes his queen off the board. Queen B8. Because that would activate my rook. Now it says knight D5. So it doesn't have to take. This would just activate his rook. This puts pressure on the bishop. And guards his bishop. That's what it actually does. Queen kills a8. Rook kills likely. This is a game I would likely lose. Random stuff, d2. Do you mean with bishop d2? Bishop d2. Now, would you do bishop d2 just to remove it from, or just to, would it be protecting this pawn? Is that the idea? So like when it's a take, and then there, and then you have this. By the way, random stuff, hello. I'm glad you've joined the chat. The eval bar doesn't like it, but I kind of see it. I see it rocking and rolling. I can see that being a concern of mine, specifically that square, or this square, I'm sorry. Because after this, if I do this, there's that. Well, he wouldn't take because the rook's here. Well, but that's the issue. He's down a rook, right? So he's not going to actually win that exchange. Like, for example, if let's say I didn't do that. Let's say I did something, completely different, like, I don't know, this, for some reason. If he takes, and I take, like, he loses this exchange, right? I mean, I'm down a pawn, and now I guess he has a better chance over here, and he has a lot of pawns. And I guess he's converted. He still has these three guys. Looks kind of dangerous. So maybe it is. Maybe that is actually a pretty big concern. Anyway, the eval dude says this is just good. It wants to just, instead of dealing with that exchange, move the pawn. So it moves the pawn. This could happen. E5. Pushing here. All right, I'm going to do like 2 or 3 more moves on this and then probably play something. Yeah, I was kind of wondering why it did this. So it wants this push. So he just gains more space. This might be a move now. See, rook c4. I guess I don't completely understand rook c4. I mean, it blocks these 2 squares of the knight. It guards that so the bishop can move. I mean, but the bishop can already move. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that, like, I'm trying to get at the king, but it's like, hey, remember where your tension is and what matters in the game. And I hadn't noticed before, but I've got this isolated pawn and 3 here, but they have a bunch of pawns. And with no queen on the board, it's a little bit harder to eat them up. That pawn's weak. This pawn's weak. This guy is not defended. See, like, well, no, it is defended. What am I thinking? That's there. Okay. It wants rook c4. It also is looking at knight c3 for a trade. A trading of knights. Maybe even... It just really likes... And c6. Rook c6. See, that's a move that I could see myself playing. Because then he's got to defend, right? But... Is that such a bad thing? I can't get here to attack this pawn for these guys. So I need to deal with that guy. This removes 1 defender. What's the plan after rook c4? Surely it's to get rid of this. Or to tie the rook down over here. I guess it's to double. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe double the rook and trade the rooks and yeah. I think you're completely right. So now it's like, don't do that. What the fuck's your problem? God, I hate the engine. Right. So I think you're right. I think it was just to double it up. But now it wants this. I'm assuming this is a trade. No, King G8. This must be a waiting move. Now it's going to be like, that's good. Why'd you do that? Ugh. It's fun talking to you. I'm glad, because this is pretty much my entire channel is me bitching about chess. I do play, but I just lose so much. Sometimes it's more instructive to do this. Yeah, Rook G8 seems, it says good, and whenever the engine says it's good, it means it's not good. It means it's not good. Right, it wants here. That makes more sense to me too. So the king can get in here and start defending. Get in there. The bishop's not doing shit, but at least you're creating a pawn chain. That seems better to me. Rook A to B1. So this is defending this pawn, which is undefended. Okay. Remember your pawns. And it can go into a game. Right. Well, that's exactly why I'm doing it is, this is a game I was playing, and I lost handily. Actually, I didn't lose it handily. I was doing pretty well, and then it was like falling off a cliff with my random moves. I will get an advantage, and just, instead of knowing how to convert the advantage into a win, I convert it into a lose. So, this is exactly the kind of situation that I'm not good at. You know, the chess part of the game. And I guess this is considered the end game, but you got a lot of pieces on the board. So it's like a queenless middle game or something. Okay, so this is the best move, it says. I'm assuming that's because it blocks the knight from moving. Because if I were to take, I've got this gnarly attack here. Trade to simplify? Yeah. And the engine, the engine's going to make the best move for both sides, right? So it's not going to just trade down and be like, I'm going to trade to a losing game. So when playing a person, I could see looking for instances to trade. Just have a rook for a bishop. You have a rook for a bishop. Right. Well, it's a... yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm out of coffee. I can't be blamed. Okay, so King G7, it says is best. Right, guarding this pawn. And now it wants Rook D5. So take out the knight and start tearing up this position. E to D. Do people say ED or do you say E takes D? I've noticed like streamers now are saying like ED. I'm like, whatever, it's lazy. Okay, so coming after B4 comes after the pawn. Maintaining this. And maybe prepping for that. Although this seems like that would be the next move, just pushing the knight back, or the rook back, right? A7. This guard's here. Huh. Is this a bad move? I guess he doesn't want to do that because he's not going to trade. Yeah, he's not going to trade down. Because I have a rook for his knight. E kills d5. Right. Yeah, so this calculation would be difficult for me. I mean, it is difficult for me. Like, I'd put my shit there and be like, right on. Why wouldn't he do that? Oh, because he doesn't want to lose, the bishop. Oh, wait, duh. He would just lose the fucking pawn. That's why it's bad for me. So there you go. Billiam making blunders even when not playing. Fuck. Okay, so now it wants to get the knight or the bishop into the game. Oh no, it says it changed. It wants rook a7. I'm assuming it's to guard the square. From the rook coming in. This can happen. Says that's excellent. Now it wants coming after the pawn. So I'm defending the pawn at present, but when he moves this away, I won't be able to defend the pawn. Rook c5. Really? Rook c5. I get a pass pawn for it and then start pushing through. That's pretty ballsy. That's a ballsy move. It wants rook c5. A brilliant move. Whoa. Huh. So this is taken. Obviously you take here, right? So you got these marching pawns supported by pieces. But in my mind, that's like, oh, we're fucked. I'm assuming this. Or maybe, well, you don't want to do that. I mean, the rook can move. I can't move over because then I'd be losing this pawn, right? But you got this. You got that. King f6. Get the king involved, I'm assuming, in this. Maybe blocking these guys. Now it wants rook b8. Right. Interesting. So that's a brilliant move. Dropping the advantage. Sacrificing the rook. Gotham chess style. Ugh. I would do that in a game, but not when it's a brilliant move. I'd be like, dude, check this shit out. I've calculated at least 2 moves ahead. This is amazing. Oh, wait, there's a bishop. I mean, something like that would happen. Wow, it's got like the double exclamation mark. It never happens to me. C6. Fuck your bishop. Your bishop belongs to me. Bishop takes c6. Ugh. I would think about things like checking, pushing the king back. Maybe just pushing. It wants to do this. Take the bishop out. If he trades, I've got this guarding the A1 for his pawn. And then I've got 2 passed pawns. And a bishop that I think can pop here and be really active. Now I can make a queen. This is how queens are made. So he's got to move his rook, right? Rook c8. Check on d4. Yep. I feel like that was going to happen, right, though? f6. Oh, it just pushes. Right. There's a check here. Now it wants king h6. Right, so it's looking for that check. Okay. I still got this, but then I lose the pawn. And that ain't no good. Defending that will be difficult, right? There's this move. Rook kills a4. So switching out past pawn for the a pawn. This happens. I would be leery about that. I guess it's being guarded. Where does this guy go? Does he go here and then this happens? Or does he move there? But then this happens. I'm trying to not look. I could see that. This happens. There's a here, but then that happens. We'll have to check. Let's push back. You can pull this guy up. Maybe that's it. So a5. No, it wants you to come here. So attacking the pawn. You kind of want to play me. It's probably because you're gonna win. Probably gonna win. Well, if you want to play, this is my screen name on chess.com. And we can play, although I'm gonna have to get wine. Let me go get some wine really quick. It's the old vine red blend. Okay. So it wants a5. h4. Just gaining some space on this king side. Because you can't really do anything over here. So is that such a great move? I mean, I'm going to come here and bisect his king. And lose the pawn. I'm seeing that. Although this can happen. Or maybe that. Or maybe just connecting his pawns. So it says rook a6. The only way to defend it is that or that I see. Unless there's something that's more devastating. c5. Right, so that seems better. I could see trying to do this and being a little cheeky. It wants a check first. Just pushes the king back. That makes sense. Just taking some time, pushing the king back. So the king likely goes to the light square. No, it goes to g7. Okay. I can just push him back again. And h6. So this could be a tie. But that would be dumb. So let's say it's f8 instead. Well, that's stupid. Isn't he just going to get checked again? So now I'm confused. The check again doesn't it gain tempo and then All right, it says that's excellent. f8. So what was it wants h6. Right, it wants h6 because we can get into a draw, I'm pretty sure. Right. Right? So I don't want to do that. So I come here and you probably move back. I don't understand. It keeps on doing this. But that's just going to draw the game. Okay, let's just continue. C5. Okay, he moves back. G7, whatever. It wants me to get my king involved now. So I guess what's happening here is I can't really go forward. But if I get my king involved, at least I can take out this pawn. Okay. I think the engine's down to the point where it's like just draw because it wants me to keep on doing this shit. But I'm not going to do those moves. A8. So it's just waiting. I'm assuming this is to stop the pawn from moving. We'll likely lose the rooks and it'll be a king, bishop, and then this is going to convert. I mean, maybe even come here. That didn't seem good though. King e2, right. So it wants king e2. So the king's going to come here and take this out. Isn't that going to happen? F5. How do we stop that? This doesn't seem to work. There's a check here. King e3. Can't get checked there. This could happen, but you want the king to be involved. F6, right? I could see a check, but then that. A check here. Moves here. Actually, that's exactly what it wants. This, it's guarded by the bishop. Probably there. Well, no, that's dangerous, because then the king doesn't have many squares at all. Wants e5. No, it does. I guess I can't really check him. Go behind the pawn and push it. Rook d1. Oh, down here you mean? Yeah, I'm assuming it has the best moves as up here, because I think the moment that I move the rook down, it starts to free up his rook. But maybe not. The other thing is he's got these 4 pawns. I mean, I do have the bishop. Okay, well, we'll try it your way. So let's say it wants rook kills. Well, actually, I've got this pawn here. So let me move back a couple ones. Okay, so let's say he comes here. How does it respond? King e5. So the king is still getting involved. Bishop d6, check. It wants me to push his king back, right? Because otherwise this is going to happen. Here or here. It likes this move better because then I can move the rook away. E6. And now it does want rook. Well, it wants rook b1. It wants rook b1? Why does it want rook b1? Yeah, I mean, but you say you're not that good. I mean, I don't know what your rating is, but this seems like a pretty good strategy to push the pawn. I think what it's trying to do is deal with this crap first, because we can always push the pawn. We either trade off the rooks and then push the pawn, and we're trying to make sure that black's king is not active over here, because it actually has an advantage over there, right? But this is I think it's solid. The ELO says it's still up almost 3. ELO, eval bar. This is strange. It wants rook b1. So that just loses the pawn with check. What? I am confused. it says that, and then instead of taking, I guess the issue is if he takes, well, I can't. I've got to move the king. That seems pretty gnarly to me. It says this is excellent. So what did they do? Why doesn't he just take? What am I missing here? F4. Cool. Maybe here. That's a great move. Yeah, thanks. I know it's a fucking great move. D5, right? Attacking. E3. Just consolidating and blocking this. I don't understand how this was a good move. A8. Nani? Oh, because I just moved. Yeah, the computer's done a whole thing. So, I'm done. I'm done with this one. Oh, I wanted to do, what did it actually say about the reviews? Sorry. I only get one review, and I wanted to see what it actually said. Oh, I lost. I lost so heartily. A hearty lose. $77. That's better than I normally do. I had a blunder. Yay. Said it was a giveaway. Thanks. Bishop kills h5. This was the blunder that I made. So I took here and lost the game. All of my attacking ideas are done. What did it want instead of that? It wanted bishop kills d4. Wait, bishop kills d... Oh, wait, it wanted him to do bishop kills d4. It wanted queen to g5 is best. Anyway, this is the actual game that I played. Okay, I'm done reviewing. I'm bored of it. So, I'm going to do another game. Random stuff. Do you want to play, or do you want to watch me lose a game? If anyone's on Twitch, because I'm also on Twitch, if you follow, a really cool sound happens. When you say play, play something? Okay, so I'll play something. New game. Oh, wait. Did you just challenge me? And then, I'm sorry, I thought you meant play someone else. My bad. This won't last very long. Queen d4. That's my bad, dude. I saw it like right at the end. It went boop. This game will last not very long. Especially if they're moving the way they're moving. Okay, so bishop out. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to come here. So I'm playing the King's Indian. That's my idea. Well, actually, this is modern defense d4. My idea was to play the King's Indian, but actually I wanted to play the Accelerated Dragon, but it wouldn't work with d4, so what was I thinking in the first place? Right, so it's coming along this way. If I come here, I can push here. I could do this. The take happens, and it kills this knight. Kills that bishop really fast. Is there a way to defend the bishop without castling is what I'm kind of looking at. Come in here if this happens. Is there anything that I can do? I could pop here, but that just kind of puts my knight in a weird square. If he gets his bishop there, I mean, I can do this. It screws up my shit. Not sure. What happens after that? The queen can just move. I can go here or something, protecting the knight. That can happen. I just kind of lose a piece, don't I? Right, so I need to do this. Yeah, so that happens, so I guess I have to do this. Surely they take. And that destroys the entire purpose of fianchettoing. So I fell for a trap of some sort. Right? That ain't no good. That ain't good. That ain't good for the dog. You know what I'm saying? This seems like a bad move. I don't know what to do at this point. There's this, but I don't have my pawns out. This guy plays a lot like one of my friends. So knight there looks scary because of that, and it just starts fucking up my shit. I'm gonna come here. Right, my king is in grave danger. Just chilling out. This guy's coming along this way. Fine. The bishop could come out. King probably needs to move back, but I don't know. The king is actually guarding that square. It's kind of dumb, isn't it? This is kind of interesting because that pawn is. How does he defend that pawn? Actually, it would be an interesting fork. Let's say castles, and I move here, and he's got to deal with that pawn. Okay, so I can just develop. I can come here. I don't think that has much of a sting to it. I can also come here. Got to be careful about these knights. I'm currently guarding this guy with this guy, but this is an issue. That's kind of a gnarly looking issue too. I'm going to bring the knight out. Start a pawn storm at the king. Yeah, I mean, assuming he brings, assuming he comes down or castles long, I guess that's what he's going to do. He could castle that way too. I'm not really sure which way he's going to go. So this, and now I don't have this anymore. He's likely going to castle long. That's just a guess. All right. Oh, shit. I'm going to come here. Okay. I think I need to take that. I can go here and have that coming along, but that seems like a gnarly weakness for the dark squares too. There's that. That seems like a bad move. And then losing this pawn is not any good. 5 minutes. See, you would win. There's this interesting move. Right? Boom. Boom. Let's try that. I'm not really thinking. Start a pawn storm. Storm the king with your pawns. Do it. Your other account is Stockfish. What? Stockfish, Dew Torch Leela. Is that all of the engines? So my idea is he has to take or move the queen, right? I very, very quickly looked at all the shit. Do I take with this guy or this guy? If I take with this happens, tempo. Take with this, I'm already doing that, boom, boom. So we're going to go that way. It relinquishes that. But I think that was going to happen anyway. So he comes down this way, probably. Coming after this guy, which I don't want him to do. Ooh, he's coming down that way. Coming after this guy. And it blocks the bishop. Yeah, it was my bad. Did it the wrong way. Oops. Okay, so here maybe? Or here. I think that's it. If I come this way, I'm just going to make this move. Am I getting fucked? No. Okay. I'm sorry, no? What do you mean? Stockfish, Kamado? Torch, Leela, and Stockfish I know. I don't know Komodo. Oh, yeah, well done. They just won the exchange on that, didn't they? Right, for a pawn. So they just won the pawn. Whoops. And that will lose the bishop. Well done, you, sir. Where does the queen come? Where does she go? I think I'm losing already. I can do this. There's also that. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, wow, that's a pre-move. So this takes care of the queen. I do get a pawn back, don't I? Like, I'm not too excited about that, but because I can't move the, like, I've laser beamed my own queen. Right. So this happens, queen, boom, and he takes. This happens. Let's see. What do I have here? I have no time. That's the problem. Check. Queen. Here. This is on a line. Normally I have a bishop for this. Check. Okay. So if I check here, the queen moves there. I come here and I lose my queen. Take here. This happens. 3 minutes. Not good. Not good on that time. Come here and I just keep on losing my shit. Queen could come here, I suppose, but then she's just in more danger. Yeah, I'm not sure. Running down. Take. There's also this. It brings that out, doesn't it? I probably should have taken the knight. Right. Okay. So now if I do that, it's the exact same thing. This happens. The queen takes there. Take here, no. I'm just too low on time. We'll come back here. I'm assuming he moves his queen. Oh, no, he moves that guy. Okay, so I don't have an attack on the king anymore. That takes a lot of the sting of my deal out. I was thinking this, but that just drops this guy and my king. Maybe here? Two minutes, baby. 2 whole minutes. Who am I playing? Am I playing Canada? God damn it. I'm losing to Canada. Random stuff, why didn't you tell me? King Richard, bruh. Oh, Lord. Losing to Canada. This is a bad square for me. That ain't good. With my minute. This is a check, which requires that. Don't see anything I can do. This doesn't do anything. Yeah. This just gets lost. I can't move my shit away. There's this. This is a problem. Queen takes there. Queen takes there. I lose the bishop. So I need to move the bishop out of the way, don't I? But then I lose. There's this. Defend with the rook. I was thinking about that, but I'm. This is a gnarly square. When he removes this defender, right? Like I'm getting like triple forked, and then he's gonna win a pawn anyway. He's gonna win the game because I have a minute, and he has like 7. I mean, I could see him like pulling the other rook in. Like a lot of shit can go on here. Okay, I actually don't think that was such a good move. Well, if he does this, he still wins the pawn. Right. What to do? Coming there, he loses the knight with tempo on my king. Fuck. Can't move the knight. Yeah, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble, y'all. Rook b8. I was thinking of which rook. I was thinking about that. Ooh. Right. We got a knight. I don't have to trade queens. Now I have to trade queens. Okay. I'm assuming he's going to take. Oh, no, he's not. All right, well, I'll take you there. I'll do this. Maybe he won't see the checkmate. That would be hilarious. Come on, Canada, don't see it. Take my... Oh, damn it. Yeah. And thus the end of the game occurred. We'll come here. Oh, wait. Oh, well. Son of a bitch. 4 blunders. So it's not going to let me see, and I'm not going to go into depth on this. I would like to see the blunders, though. Look at those blunders. Winning. So I did 66, he did 65. But he didn't make any blunders. So let's do that. I want to see what they were. It's interesting. So I attempt to do the King's Indian. I guess the King's Indian is actually the knight out. This is the modern defense, which I have not studied. Okay, so all this is happening. What did it want instead? It wanted just take his fucking rook. Or I'm sorry, take his bishop. But doesn't he just take this way? So then what do? D5. That seems like if this had happened to me, I'd have been like, oh shit, I'm fucked. But I guess the idea here is the queen is just out and she really can't attack since she doesn't have the bishop. But surely he brings out the knight and starts messing with me. I do have that. Knight f5. I'm sorry, bishop f5. Oh, yeah. So it's starting to just try to trap the queen, I think. That was not f5. My bad. Okay. I want to see where the blunder was. Let me go back. All right. We'll just play. Swing. You get to be black. And where are you from? I'm glad you're not from Canada. Philippines. Listen, there's nothing wrong with Canada, okay? Canada's fine. Canada is fine. But I do like messing with it. Messing with them. I'm going to play the Sicilian because I don't know really how to do it. Right, so this guy comes out, which is fine. And that comes out. Fine. Does the knight come out? I don't think the knight comes out yet. Yeah, random stuff, I know. You got the stockfish Komodo. Is it Komodo? Or is it supposed to be Komodo, like a Komodo dragon? That's the dragon? Correct. This is the accelerated dragon or something like it. I'm attempting to do the accelerated dragon. I think I actually messed up the knight c6. I think I'm supposed to first do this bishop stuff, but normally I do the traditional dragon because I think it's cool. But I seriously lose like all the time. Look at this. It says, I don't know if this is you or me, actually. Anyway, I've fucking... God damn it, it's closed Sicilian defense traditional line, so I'm just in the traditional line now. Fuck. God damn it. So you take, I'll take towards the center. Towards the center. Be interesting, right? So you come that way. I will take this way in typical Siciliano fashion. I could pressure the knight. I don't think I'm gonna, though. I could come here first, which is what I'm gonna do. Right, so you come out that way. And I will put my king there. Okay. Now this is interesting moves. This is an interesting move now. I don't want to talk too much because you're listening. What am I seeing? Takes. That's no good. No good. No good for me. I see a couple things. I'm trying to hold off on pushing these pawns yet. But actually, I know this automatically is bad news. There's this pawn, or this maneuver, but I can't really do it without this guy going. Although the queen is off. I think the rook is going to come over. Because I'm not thinking a ton tonight. I think if you win this game, you'll get to like 1,000 elo. So this is a big one for you. I'm just saying. Not to throw you off or anything. Okay. So, guarding the pawn. Great. I'm so glad you guarded that pawn. This doesn't work for me because of this guy. This can push your knight away. Where does your knight go? Your knight probably goes here. So there is this Najdorf-looking type thing. There's also this. I like the idea of that, but then you come here, and then I come here. I think I'm going to do that. I don't know, it's the question, which way to go? Which way? You're 1,200? Oh, so you're better than I am. Well, your deal says you're 400. You're going to jump up to fucking 1,000 after you beat me. Okay. So, I think I take... You say, Yeah, you're definitely going to rock and roll. See that, and then you open up this guy. Take. I think this is okay. You're 1200. I'm not 1200. Do I allow that take? I don't like where your knights are for that. Interesting. This might be a thing now. But I'm good? No, I'm not good. I think you mean, but you good. As, oh no! See, I'm not good. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, I didn't see that at all. You're distracting me with your chessy wiles. Son of a bitch. If this is a smothered mate, I'm going to kiss you. You still good? No, I'm not. I'm not good. I'm not good. It's weird. I used to be better. And I think the time definitely makes me worse. Right. So I'll take here. The time definitely makes me worse. Let's see. That loses the bishop. I think I'm going to attack. Oh, well, fuck. Yeah, I'm not really thinking well, am I? Thinking too fast, too slow. Slowly fast is what it's called. The fast slow. So why didn't you want to play? Because, come on. How am I always downtime? Like every time I'm downtime. Right. See, that's that move that I saw only after making the move. Oops. Right. So what can I do here? You take there. There's this going on. That. Take there, that. Duck. See, plop. Yeah. Kind of just going for broke here. I've made a lot of that one fork was pretty gnarly. I just did not see it. I'm out of coffee. Everything sucks. Out of soda water. What? What is this world coming to? God. This game is reminiscent of the previous game I played. And I need to be really careful that I'm not going to get back row mated. I see it. Oh, I get it. I see it. Yeah. Checks, captures, and attacks. Are you quoting Anna Cramling to me? For real. You're right. But you see, I'm not thinking that much ahead. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm just having fun. It's just that also includes losing. What time is it in the Philippines? Or are you actually in the Philippines? Yeah, I'd say I'm losing pretty hard on this. What do you have a rook on me? And my position is just kind of shit-tastic. 5:51. I'm assuming that's PM. You were like that? You mean at one point you were playing chess like I play chess? I'm sorry. Yeah, I was playing at around 1500 when it was over the board. And then on 10-minute games, I was playing around 1400 when I started this channel. And for real, it's just gone down, 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 down. I think part of it is that I'm talking and am distracted by a lot of things. I would probably play better if I weren't, but it's no excuse for some of the moves that I've been making. I'm just making shit moves. And like just not calculating far enough ahead. I know my openings, I'm guessing a lot on the openings. To my credit, which I usually don't give, to my credit, I usually play the opening at least fair. But I need to actually spend time studying the lines so that, I can deal with the open and get developed within the first minute instead of at minute like 6. Oh, you want to be fair so my time? I mean, dude, do what you got to do. I'd say you're pretty good. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I am okay losing the game. I've made plenty of very, very bad moves. Okay, so you're moving that way. Attacking this pawn, great. My idea was here. But then again, that gives up the queen there. There's this, which doesn't make much sense. This is no good because this is a square that I want to be on. That gives this. And it gives that up. So I'm thinking maybe this. This occurs. Unless I'm just getting knighted to death, which may be a thing. You don't have to give me any. Oh yeah, oops, I fucked up. All right, well I fucked up. And you win the game. Good job. Yep. Do it. Let's rock and roll. This game is over, sir. Oof. I literally was looking at that and just did it. Yeah. New rapid rating, -15. See? It was fun. Was that fun? Usually I don't make that many mistakes. Thank you, Keith. I've named this guy Keith. I fucking hate Keith. Bearded piece of shit. Fuck you. Get unlimited game. You can go to suck a dick. Alright. Sorry, that's my anger towards Keith. Fucking hate that motherfucker. Alright, where did I fuck up really, really bad? All this is fine. It doesn't like that. It wants me to pop out this way. This blocks a lot of stuff. Doesn't like this move. Doesn't like it because this, maybe? It doesn't like that because that. I was actually thinking you were going to push the pawn. And I was thinking of places that I could go. Regardless, where did I... So this is the blunder. Okay, right. So I just get tagged there. So you actually didn't see it at first, did you? This is all blunders because we're not seeing the obvious... Look at all this. And you finally found it. Yep. What's up, who knows or cares? Random stuff just kicked my ass. Look at all these blunders, dude. Check this out. Boom. Why is that a blunder? Because of this, that, this. Just fucking owned. God. But no one saw it. We did this instead. I'm like, oh yeah, completely not seeing this. I'm so concerned about this fucking bishop and not this move right here. Like, this almost loses the game. Don't see it. Finally. Oops. Had I seen it, this would have been great. But I didn't see it. So that's where it was. I literally did not see the fork of ages. This is a blunder. I saw the blunder after I did it. So I did see it. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to move your queen off. Oh wait, you can take it with the fucking knight. Actually, it wants you to take here. Because why? It wants that move. What? This is a blunder. It wants you to take the bishop. Right, because my whole idea was this and then this. That was the entire goal. Which honestly, that don't even think that fucking does anything. This is where I was going with it. I guess it wants you to take the bishop first, so that this just isn't even a thing. So I can move this bishop back, but what's it gonna do? Like, I'm down so many pieces, it doesn't matter. So I take here, you take there, or actually you take actually any way you want. Right, so the game's just lost. With all this blunder. Just the fucking blunderbuss. Check out the blunder. Motherfucking boss. Wait, I'm going to make another blunder. Motherfucking blunder. Tisk, tisk on me. This is a mistake. Yeah, it is a mistake. Boom. That'd be better. I said I wasn't going to get back row mated, and I totally did. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. I can push. Bishop kills h6. Right? This probably happens with the queen. Fine. Totally lost. Nothing I can do. Everything's fucked. You say brilliant. There's nothing brilliant about this. Brilliantly losing like a bitch. Okay. I'm going to take a short break. I've got to charge my mouse because it's going to die anyway. I'm going to leave you with some music real quick. And I'll be back in like 3 minutes or so. Maybe 5 minutes. Okay, fine. Fine, we'll play again. Oh my god. You want me to play again? You're just going to destroy me again. Your account went from 400 to 1055. Brilliant. Oh, it's going to abort you. Accept the draw? Sure, we can accept the draw. Right. I'm going to go take a break really quick. And, did you just gain 41 on that? You just... Smooth. Clever girl. I'm going to take a break, goddammit. And then I'll be back in a few minutes. In the meantime, we're going to play some... music. This time has come to open thy wallet. No thanks. All right. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I'll get some coffee. All right. Let me turn that music off. I know you can't hear it, but I can hear it. All right. So I are back. Now you're at 11:38. How about that? No, I'm at 11:38. You're at higher than me. So random stuff, assuming you're still on. One, do you want to rematch? And two, how long have you been playing chess? 6:06. Oh, is it 6 minutes and 6 seconds? Ooh. Time is a flat circle, dude. Oh, 6 to 3 months. 6 to 3 months? What? Do you mean 3 to 6 months? 6 to 3 months. I don't know why it would be considered 3 to 6. We usually go from lowest to highest. Here's a question. So you're in the Philippines, right? And it's Tagalog? No. Filipino? No. Is it Tagalog? Tagalog? Is that the language? I can't remember. I've actually not been to the Philippines. I came very close to going. 3 to 6, right? I came very, yeah, Tagalog. That's the language, right? Oh, Filipino. Is Filipino the same? I mean, I would assume there's actually multiple languages in the Philippines. Is Filipino the same thing as Tagalog? Or is Tagalog something else? Okay. Right on. I think there was a spider on my head. Not really sure why I wear these headphones. It's so that I can hear my own voice and then any like little chest moves because it tends to help. But do I really need to do that? 150. There's 150 languages. See, that's what I'm talking about. I thought I plugged in my mouse. Literally, it went underneath the computer. 150 languages. Are they all dialects of Filipino, of Tagalog? Or as in, if someone speaks them, can you understand them? Are they dialects, or are they dialect is such a weird word actually, because it kind of means different things. Yeah, so they're different languages. So like in China, for example, which is where I lived for a while, there's several dialects, they say, of Chinese, but like many of the dialects are intelligible, right? So like if you're speaking something from Fujian, you can still understand someone from Beijing. And they would argue this. They'd be like, no. No, Fujian is completely different. I mean, there's like places, I'm sure, in Fujian, like in the mountains, where they speak like the old tongue, but I mean, it's called Fujian Hua, and Fujian Hua, like I can understand, speaking Mandarin. It's a pretty heavy heavy accent, but I wouldn't consider that a dialect. Maybe there's a better word for this, and I just don't know it. Whereas if someone is speaking Shanghaiese, like Shanghai Hua, I can't understand a word of it, and yet it's still Chinese, right? It would be, it's from what I understand, a mixture of Chinese and Japanese, actually, because of the occupation. My point, the word dialect is messed with quite a bit. I would argue there are dialects of English, specifically you would hear them in England. Because I don't know if you've ever been to England, but what the fuck? Like people are like, oh yeah, English comes from England. Fine, it does. But the English don't speak like the original, like the pure, we'll say. They don't speak the pure English. And anyone who wants to contest that, just go to England and hear the different accents from like Cornwall to like York, and you're gonna be like, fuck. Seriously, I rolled up into Manchester with one of my buddies. My buddy's from Greater Man. Well, he's from Derbyshire, but um, he was in Greater Manchester, and granted, it was like 5 in the morning. I've been traveling. We rolled into one of those little shops for some English breakfast, which I think is fine. I made a mistake. I got the coffee. It was a mistake. Don't get coffee in England. Anyway, I was ordering, and the lady said words to me, and I looked at my friend and I was like, is she speaking English? And he was like, are you kidding? And I was like, dude, I have no clue. No clue what she just said. And she was from Manchester. Like, no idea at all. You want to play a 3-minute unrated? Oh my God, you're going to destroy me. 3 minutes? Come on. 3 minutes? Really? Fine. Fine. You have fewer pieces. Wait. What? Nani? I don't understand. How do you have fewer pieces? You don't know that? I don't know what. Oh, I don't know that you're going to lose? Or that I'm going to lose? Yeah. Listen. We can play a 10-minute game where you have all of the pieces. It doesn't actually help me if I'm playing with a handicap. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not doing it. I'll play in a 10-minute game. And with all of the pieces. I'm not gonna play with a with a handicap. You know, did you ever play Halo? Or like GoldenEye? GoldenEye is probably dating me too much. Any of the like World of Warcraft. Like I play on Mythic, dude. Fan Royale, you broke 1200? Fuck yeah, man. You want to play a 30-minute game? A 30-minute game? Jesus. All right, we can play a 30-minute game. I think this game will not last 30 minutes. Well, oh, did you accidentally hit 30? You should probably put that at 10. Congratulations, Fan Royale. That's badass, man. Right, so you're playing the Great Snake Variation. I have never heard of that, although I've played it, and I'm glad it's called that. Fuck yeah, the Great Snake Variation. That's cool. Oh yeah, I'm gonna like accidentally blow it up. So I think I move here, Do I push there? It seems like an okay move. King's Indian Defense. Yeah, Great Snake Variation. I know the King's Indian. Okay. Right, so you're rolling through. I had an idea about the Great Snake Variation. I don't think this actually works. Pushing there, it bleeds into your Great Snake. There is this bishop move which then gets taken. And there's this which gets pressure on it. I think what I need to do is... Oh, I see. You're putting pressure on this guy. Maybe here. Maybe there. That's the issue. Yeah. So I'll think about it. Since I have 30 minutes, I've never played a 30-minute game over the board even. It's always been 20 or 25. I've never played a 30. But I can think. I'm used to not thinking. King's Indian Defense, Fianchetto, Karasabad. Carlsbad. Right. You don't know? Right. So I'm thinking, here's an idea. It puts pressure, but I lose the exchange. I think you're going after the square here. The issue is not that you're going to take there, but I think that happens. And I don't really have a response to it, because then you can just plop your bishop there into my shit. So I either need to move this pawn, defending this, or somehow take the sting out of that. There's this, which doesn't really block, right? It just loses a pawn. So the only other thing that I can think of is something like this. But I don't want you to have an uncontested bishop. Excuse me. This just blocks in my dark squared bishop. There's that. You put here. I can plop there. You still have that though. Yeah, I'm thinking A3 is the move. I don't see something else that I can just attack. I don't see anything necessarily that... Well, I've got this queen move. Or this queen moves. This might be better. Because it lines up with your king. I kind of see... It also attacks this pawn. And it protects this to boot. If I go here, you have this, and that's not great. So here, this kind of just runs out. You could push, but I could put pressure here. I think I'm going to make that move. Does it run into this, though? Then that... I think that's okay. I think it's between that and this. Right, so you strike out at the center. That does block your bishop for the time being. Takes... I've got that. Which then you can drop back. Or you can put this guy up. And you gain a tempo. Is the thing. This pushes your guy back. But then you have this. So where do I go after that? That doesn't work. This and then that. There's that. I think that's okay. I mean, you could put your knight there, I suppose, and then you get tempo on this knight. Because then I kind of have to take. And it does open up this line. Yeah, I guess that's probably the best move. I don't think taking was the move that I should do. Boom. Likely boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that seems like the best one. And you have a moment there to get the rook. So I can take, but it doesn't really help because then you can just threaten the queen. The queen can go here, but she can be threatened all over the place. Actually, she can't be because of that. So I'm seeing this, then this happens, right? You got the pawn infiltrating, which I don't really like. It does open up my bishop here. And I could still get that, but that doesn't seem as great of a plan right now. Yeah, I need to deal with, I think I need to deal with some of these threats. That's a weak pawn. Your bishop here is not. So I need to move the queen, of course, but I'm thinking about this move. This loses that knight. Where does this knight go? Could go there. There's the take, there's the take. This happens, but I don't see any. There's nothing else I can do. So what then? This take, you attack here likely. Move out, and then you have an extra attack. So I have to deal with this knight. Yeah. I'm thinking maybe here. This is weak when this all unpeels and opens up. That might be an okay move. This seems pretty devastating at that point. Can't really allow that to happen. So I've got here, back, there, and there. This guy just kind of seems like he walks into the dungeon, right? This doesn't seem so great because where does he go after that? Moving back doesn't do anything. This could be kind of interesting, but it blocks all this and, I can't move. So I'm going to go, am I just dropping like a fucking queen? Your knight's probably going to come here, right? Well, no, maybe not. What do? You probably push there, right? I think I have a little something up my sleeve, but not sure. Okay, so the queen comes out. This is to get the knights or the rooks involved. So I'm thinking this. That's kind of my idea here. I could do this, but that doesn't help because you have this guy. Although that does drop the pawn. Right, so the queen is attacking this bishop. This seems very similar. I mean, I am playing the reverse Sicilian, so but I don't think that's as powerful as maybe it looks. Maybe I'm wrong about that. So this seems like an okay move, or maybe even that. Let's see. I want to get my bishop out. I think like something like that would be okay. It starts messing with your stuff, but then your knight could come here, and that's gnarly because then my rook's kind of fucked. So maybe my rook needs to move. Let's do that. Right, so the rook or the knight comes over, trying to peel away stuff. And attacking or revealing this attack or that attack. This doesn't work. This just starts losing stuff. So I can see this. The queen could also come over here. But she's also into a little bit of an attack there. Queen could come back. She could also take, which would be stupid because you just dropped the knight. Are there any tactics that I see? Maybe there is where you're actually looking. And then your queen can come in. That doesn't seem right. This could be okay, but it blocks my bishop. It does protect that square, though. So it does several things at the same time. This, and then this guy comes out, maybe. All right, so we're going to hit this. And I think connecting the rooks is probably likely after that. I was thinking of some sort of pawn break here, but I don't think that's it. I think this pawn's actually necessary. Right, so put more pressure on this. I've got 1, 2, and you have 1. So I'm going to pop. Does that change anything? This guy coming here doesn't really do much. What is this knight doing? He could pop back here. It relinquishes that, as in opens up your dark squared bishop. And then where does he go, right? This might be interesting, because now he'd be guarding that square and would actually want to go there. I think that's the idea. I was going to move my bishop, but right, so taking that way. I think I take this way. I think this is the bad way. So I'm going to take, or I don't have to take it all. I could just take this way. I'm not going to do that. We're going to take that way. Right, so bringing out that guy. And then coming in for an attack. So I come here. I could also just push and attack your guy. But that relinquishes this. No, it doesn't. Here takes a deal away from me, which I don't really like. As in, it takes away this move. Because you likely go there or there. Probably here. And then you have a pretty strong attack. And that doesn't really help me much. This could be interesting. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Just get some kind of defender over here. Okay, so I'm going to take here. So it gives you the pawn, but the pawn will block your shit. And it also weakens your king side, right? Right, so you're coming down for this guy. I think I can push here. No, because then I only have one defender. Let's see. Pushing here, you could take if you wanted. Take. You could do that. Is there something else I can do? A better move here. What's up, Edward? How you doing, sir? I'm gonna take finally here. Edward, I'm getting schooled by Stockfish. Right. So that happens. Which cramps my style, man. I got one good square, which is there. And I'm going to take it. So since this pawn is passed, it's a little easier on my knight, but you do have this bishop that can do some gnarly stuff. I think it's possible for me to push. Yeah. So takes, and then you come down this way. But I think I'm actually okay there. What can I do? I don't think this knight moves. This bishop definitely doesn't move. And these guys, I think, have to stay there. So I've got queen stuff. You don't know how to play the game? Neither do I. Queen on this square seems just kind of useless. Well, actually, I may be just vastly underestimating this attack you're doing. Right. So there's that. Oh, duh. What was I thinking? Well, there's this. Now you bring this down for the lobster. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking that you couldn't take, or that I was defended somehow. So this runs into that. And that just pretty much loses. If I don't do anything, I can take, or even take this way. Yeah. All right. Well, shit. Kind of fucked that one up. If I take here, you have this, and that starts getting gnarly on me. Because your queen can get in, and it opens up your queen to moving there. You take there, I've got this, but my squares are really, really hindered. This doesn't, well, this could actually work a little bit to my favor. And then that, just pushing your queen, but it just pushes her to a place that she wants to be. Yeah. I could push there, but you still want to go there. And I take. I think that's what I'm going to do. Question, who's Edward? Beckett random. Ikao Sinokaba. I don't know what language is that. Ah, Filipino ka. Haha. That's Tagalog, yeah? Tagalog? Ooh, pare. Um, fucking A, man. I've never heard Tagalog spoken. I didn't know that it used Roman letters either. I'm assuming ka is a question. Ikaw sino kaba. Is Kaba a place? It's Tagalog. Yeah. Cool language. So you're in Manila. I got that. Hey, taken. All right, so you're taking that guy, which is interesting. And I'll be taking... Is there something else I can do here? I'll take this guy. Yeah, it's kind of hard to mess with that. No, it means who you talking with, sir. Oh. Asa Casa Manila doesn't mean you're in Manila. I don't know. I don't know any Tagalog. I don't know why I'm trying to do this. To the 5 people that are watching, I'm assuming 2 or 3 are you. Hello. How are you guys doing? Say hello in the chat. Everyone does speak English. And if you speak Tagalog, rock and roll. I'm currently playing Random Stuff, who's a Stockfish Commodore Torch Leela. I was quite a bit better than I am. We did a 30-minute game, and they played better than... I don't see the attack here. Maybe it's here. Right, so you took out my dark squared bishop, which was good for you. King could come over and do a little runaway. My idea was the queen to come back here. But now you have this going on, and that's a lot harder. Oddly enough, I'm actually up. It's just kind of a weird position. This doesn't work right now. That doesn't work right now. Maybe something like this, or even pushing over this way. Here, here, here. I think I will, let's see, here, you would lose. I think it's okay. It's going to be fun when I lose on time on a 30-minute game. Right on, man. Thank you for jumping in, Edward, and saying hello. Right. It's exactly the kind of game that I'm terrible at. What is CJ pray? Do you roll the R in Tagalog? Is it pray or pray? I don't know how you'd write that actually. Do you roll the R? Is it a rhotic R, like a R, or is it a R? Oh, it's silent. Oh my. Shit. Well, I was not going to guess that. Right, so the queen comes down, attacking. So you're coming down here and here. Maybe pushing there. I think I will go here. No, silent. Oh, I see. Right. I'm out of soda water. It's all going downhill. Right, so the king does his thing. This trades. Pop, pop. I think I can check you there. Out of coffee. Oh my god. I was gonna get coffee, and then I was like, no, I'm not gonna have coffee. It's so late. Fuck. Tisk. Right. Hmm. Right, that pawn. I think it's here. Yeah, man, that was good. I took 21 minutes to your 8. It took me 21 minutes. And you have 21 minutes. Lord Almighty. And like half the time, you were talking to someone in Tagalog. I appreciate you playing a 30-minute game with me, man. I'm going to do a review, and I'm probably going to do a little bit of an... Fucking Keith. Oh, he's so bad. I hate him. I'm going to do this review on this and probably call it after this analysis. Because I think that was a pretty cool game. Looks like you had one blunder. We both had inaccuracies and all that good stuff. Of course, Keith is a big old bastard, so he's not going to tell us what's going on. Yeah, you kicked my ass in time. Jesus. Right. So you played... It was called, like, the Sneaky Snake or something. Which is King's Indian Attack. Which I thought you played it really good. Really well, I should say. Interesting. I did not know that was a move. It's a good move. It's a really solid move. It doesn't want me to make this queen move. And it's not going to tell me what the move is because Keith is a big old piece of shit. Oh, no. Well, great. Interesting. So it doesn't want me. I was really worried about this. And then this. Like, I was really worried about that. I was like, oh no, it wants me to go here. Doesn't that just walk into it? I guess I can still move the queen. No. Rook E, or I'm sorry, Knight E1. Ugh. Sexy. Look at that sexy move. It blocks this, opens up the bishop, and the knight is just in. This is opened up. Everything's sexy. Doesn't move the queen off. And it's right about even. Although you've got a lot more space. Your knight's kind of just hanging out. It wants c6 from you. Challenging this. I'm assuming I take. No, it wants a3. Kick the knight out. Get that knight out of there. So knight comes back, right? The only move. And knight d3. Knight d3. So now that this is over with, what? I guess it's coming over here, or maybe coming up for an attack. Rook c8. Wow. Man. Mishra. Yeah, I'll play a 10-minute game if you want to jump on a 10-minute. Let me finish up with this analysis really quick, and then I'll. But yeah. So we had all this. It wanted me to take. Wanted you to move the knight out. We played very central. It did not like that move. It wanted you to move your knight out, and I guess protect this guy. So I take. You come down, good move. It does not like this move. It's like, fuck the rook, take the pawn. It wants you to take the bishop. Okay, so I come down. It doesn't like that move. It still wants you to take the bishop. Just take the bishop, it says. Okay, so you lost that. Good move on your part. Interesting. So it's cool with me losing this. Okay. At this part, you're down a piece and a few pawns, but you've got a scary looking attack. It wants you to centralize your queen. And it wants me to double up my rooks. Instead, I do this. I think maybe you could, I guess maybe attack the pawn or something. No, I actually did see this. When I moved the rook here, I was like, I wonder if this can just break down my position. And I guess it could. This. Oh, I can't take. That's sexy. Because if I take, that happens. Boom. I mean, you could take the pawn. Yeah. And this looks pretty gnarly. I mean, I'm still winning, but shooey. And your queen's guarding this square too. But you've taken my bishop out of the game. C5. And just getting the queen out of a different square. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, going back to what our actual game was. So it wants you to do that. And then we just play through. Yeah, okay. So this is the blunder. I mean, this is the end of the game. We both knew it was. So that all makes sense. Very cool. Makes me feel slightly better about getting utterly wrecked by you in our last game. I think 56 IT may have bounced. Yeah, this is the one where I had 4 blunders. Oh, King Richard, bruh, from Canada wrecked my shit. Mishra, if you're still on, I'll give you about 10 seconds before I'm going to bounce. Guess your age, random stuff. I mean, anybody that actually asks that, you could be any age, especially because it's chess. What is it? It's Friday at 5 p.m. So you're probably, let me think. You're either in school, as in college, which would mean you could be out at like 4:35, or you're in secondary school of some sort, in which case you'd have gotten out around 2 or 3, and that makes a little more sense. I don't know. I feel like you have extracurriculars. I don't know. I have no idea how old you are. If you're really young, you're very precocious, meaning you come off older than you are, or more mature, if you will. I have no clue how old you are. 13.6th grade. Does that mean you were 13 and in 6th grade? Or you're in almost 14th grade, if we round up. Yeah, man, if you're 13 and you're rocking 1200, yeah, that's a really good ELO for that age, from what I understand. 13. So you're a teenager. I can lose to a teenager. I'm fine with that. How old do you think I am? See, that's how the older people say it. Younger people are like, guess my age. Older people are like, how old do you think I am? It's all monotone. Just, please don't say hi. No, you're not going to guess my age. No one ever does. Especially the young. 30? Do I look 30? Really? Come on. Really? 30? Is it the headphones? Is that what makes me look older? I don't know though, cuz like 30 is ancient. Is ancient to people that are not 30. Is it my I don't know. I just look 30. No, I'm not 30. No, I'm not 30. God. You're going down. 25. No, I'm not 25. God. How old do I look? Do I look... 25? I guess 25 is like twice your age, so maybe that is ancient. 25? I am of drinking age in the United States, I'll give you that. Although you may not know what the drinking age of... what should you say then? I don't know what you should say. No, I'm not 25 and I'm not 30. I kind of guessed yours. I figured it was either college, which means you'd have the time to be playing chess at 5 o'clock, or in secondary school, because you would have gotten out around... Do you guys get out around... In the States, we used to get out it's like 2 or 3 or something in the afternoon. But anyway, 21? No. I am 41. That's right. I am equivalent to 1,000 years old. Might as well be. I want to say my rating was higher when I was younger. It wasn't. I thought I was a lot better when I was younger. Yeah, dude. I'm as old as dirt. And you're better at chess than I am. You're just more talented, and if you keep on playing, you're going to get a lot better. Do you actually practice every day, or do you just do it for fun and stuff? For me, I've played a really long time because, I'm quite old. But I didn't really put a lot of time into it. I mean, I was playing since third grade, so like 8 or 9 years old, and I think I got up to, I was probably like 1,000. Technically, I did a tournament. Supposedly, I was 1,200 then, so I've just not gotten any better. I was probably around 1,000, and I just didn't play for a really long time, and it's very easy to get into this mentality when you've lost a few times. Like especially if you go on a losing streak, it's really easy to get into this mentality of you don't want to seem stupid. Because, in chess, you're supposed to be smart if you play chess. Chess is just a game. Yes, you have to be smart, but if you're really, really good at chess, that does not mean you're super smart. There's plenty of really mediocre intelligence people who are great at chess. You get better at it. You get skilled at it. Anyway, my point, it's really easy to get into the mentality of being scared to lose because you feel dumb. And I definitely got into that mentality. Practice and fun? Yeah. Well, keep on practicing because you're pretty good, especially for the age, and you could get a lot better. As in, you could be really good and, maybe do something with it. Start a chess channel. Be awesome. Actually, if you're 13 and you had a chess channel, starting to like raise your elo, I bet you actually would be pretty popular. Most of the YouTubers that I've seen that are doing chess are adults. You did? Oh, do you have a channel? If you do, I will totally join it and all that good stuff. Let me see. My mouse doesn't work. It's dead. It's forever. How do I go to channel? Is random stuff your chess channel? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you do. Well, now I am subscribed to you. I mean, you're just as good, if not better, than I am. And it seems like you play bullet and rapid and all that crap too, so, which I don't do any of that stuff. Like, I'm like an ELO 400 at any of those. My time just runs out. But I'm not really interested in the fast stuff. I wanna play solid chess, and speed comes later. You can get speedy once you have solid tactics. Anyway, it's really easy to get into the mentality. Like, I know a lot of people, a lot of my friends, like, won't play. And they're like, yeah, I don't want to play because I'm going to lose and I don't want to look stupid. And it's like, dude, when you lose, especially the way that I lost in this game right here, you're going to look kind of dumb. But that's just part of the game. Like, eventually you get better, I hope. All right, man. Thank you very much. Random stuff for rolling in and playing. I'll be back on Friday, my time, which is Saturday, your all's time. And if you want to play again, we can rock and roll a 10-minute game. But I appreciate you jumping on and all that stuff. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of music. And it's going to be some Intrepid Adventurers is what it is. And we'll rock and roll. Thanks to the Patreon people. Tim Roberts, Daniel Holker, Nostalgic. Check out the other streams on Monday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard on Twitch. Thanks to the bands.
Shut myself down.